A group of people suddenly erupts into panic as a massive bear charges through the snowy area, sending everyone running in different directions. The footage shows the animal moving quickly and aggressively, easily maneuvering across the snow while the crowd struggles to escape. Its size and speed make the situation feel impossible, as the terrain clearly favors the predator. After a tense chase, the bear unexpectedly breaks off and disappears into the distance. Whether it was acting defensively, out of curiosity, or something more remains uncertain, leaving viewers to wonder how close this encounter came to turning tragic. The video opens with 3 hunters planning to lure bears using a whistle as a sound call. Moments later, the plan backfires when 3 large bears suddenly charge out of the trees at full speed. Clearly unprepared for such a response, the hunters are forced to react immediately. Bears are usually cautious around loud noises, making the appearance of multiple predators especially surprising. After a single shot is fired, the bears quickly retreat into the forest, leaving behind a tense reminder of how unpredictable these encounters can be. In Yosemite National Park, a lone hiker unexpectedly finds himself witnessing a rare and tense standoff between a mountain lion and an aggressive coyote. After hearing frantic coyote cries along a trail, he follows the sound and spots the animal barking repeatedly at what seems like empty space. Moments later, the reason becomes clear when a cougar is revealed perched above, avoiding direct confrontation. The coyote continues to provoke from below, while the mountain lion holds its position, visibly irritated but cautious. After several minutes, neither animal escalates further, and the coyote eventually retreats back toward its pack, ending the encounter. Whether this was a territorial dispute or a coordinated attempt to harass the cougar remains unclear, raising the question of how often such hidden wildlife conflicts go unnoticed by humans. This clip shows one of the many reasons people warn against feeding wildlife. Uploaded in July 2013, it features a group of friends standing in shallow water with small sharks swimming nearby. When one woman reaches out to feed a shark, the situation quickly turns painful. As the sharks swim away, she is left clearly injured. It's a brief but unsettling reminder of how unpredictable wildlife can be when humans cross that line. 2 hunters are walking along a narrow forest path when they suddenly come face to face with a deer blocking their way. They stop and attempt to scare it off by tossing objects, but the animal quickly becomes agitated and charges. While deer are usually wary of humans, they can turn aggressive when protecting nearby young. Fortunately, No one is seriously hurt, but the encounter raises a clear question. Did the men misread the warning signs, or was this confrontation unavoidable once the deer felt threatened? This intense encounter begins with a pack of trained dogs chasing and herding a large grizzly bear out into the open. Although the bear is powerful enough to overpower them, it chooses to flee instead, attempting to intimidate the dogs only after it's already been forced into a vulnerable position. Once the animal enters clear view, the hunter recording the scene takes his shot. The wounded bear runs, and the hunters track it down, later loading it onto a truck. The footage highlights how coordinated tactics can overwhelm even the strongest predators, raising the question of whether this was a controlled hunt, or a situation that spiraled too far once the bear tried to escape. A man unexpectedly finds himself standing in the path of two young brown bears. He immediately raises his arms to appear larger, but the bears seem more curious than frightened, with one approaching for an uncomfortably close inspection. The tension builds as the distance closes, making the moment feel dangerously unpredictable. What happens next comes as a surprise, suggesting that the man's calm response and knowledge of how to handle the situation may have prevented a far worse outcome. This disturbing clip opens with a man inside a shark cage, calmly recording beneath the dark depths of the ocean as he waits for sharks to circle. The situation takes a terrifying turn when an aggressive shark behaves unpredictably and charges the cage. Instead of passing by, the animal becomes lodged in the metal bars, its jaws stuck as it begins to panic. After several tense moments, the shark finally frees itself and swims away. Whether this was a freak accident or a dangerous flaw in cage design raises an unsettling question about how safe these encounters truly are. Filmed in Russia, this clip shows a large, aggressive bear repeatedly charging toward a man who is calmly recording while holding a rifle for protection. After the bear's intimidation attempts fail, the man takes a bold step forward instead of firing, testing whether the animal will retreat. Bears often avoid direct confrontation with humans due to learned danger, and this moment appears to confirm that instinct. The bear backs off and eventually leaves the area, raising the question of whether confidence and experience truly deter such predators, or if this encounter narrowly avoided disaster. This encounter opens with two hunters concealed in thick bushes, quietly recording as several large black bears move in and out of view, already alert after sensing something unfamiliar. As they remain hidden and wait for a clear opportunity, one bear wanders dangerously close, presenting what seems like a perfect shot. However, the first shot fails to bring the animal down, instead provoking it into a sudden reaction. The bear bolts off in another direction, leaving the hunters unharmed.
That was some crazy shit right there.
That was pretty awesome.
The moment highlights how quickly a controlled hunt can turn unpredictable, raising the question of how often hesitation or miscalculation puts humans at serious risk. The video opens with a tour guide deliberately calling a massive crocodile toward a small boat filled with eager tourists. What begins as a spectacle quickly carries obvious risk, as crocodiles are powerful and highly unpredictable predators.
I want to touch it. Listen, get me on. Hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, the tail. Hurry up, the tail. You heard that?
The guide appears to toy with the animal, bringing it dangerously close to the boat and heightening both excitement and tension.
What's wrong with this guy? I'm gonna bug you like this guy. We're gonna touch it. We're gonna touch it. Look at it. Back it up.
Despite how easily the situation could have gone wrong, the encounter ends without incident. Whether this was controlled experience or reckless confidence is open to debate, leaving viewers to question how thin the line is between a thrilling wildlife display and a potential disaster. Tourists on a safari have a tense close encounter with a large leopard as it moves through the area, repeatedly passing near their vehicle while seemingly focused on hunting. The predator's calm confidence leaves the group both amazed and uneasy. After several close passes, the leopard disappears into the bush, leaving behind the question of whether it ever viewed the tourists as a threat or potential prey. The clip begins with a silverback gorilla suddenly charging a group of tourists, creating instant panic. The animal continues to intimidate them as the group slows their movements to avoid escalation.
Come this way. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't run.
While the gorilla appears to back off, it makes one final aggressive move before retreating.
It's a good time for a picture.
Huh?
Can I take a picture now?
Briefly grabbing a woman and then releasing her unharmed. The moment raises the question of whether calm behavior diffused the situation, or if the outcome was simply a matter of luck. A man confronts a bear that wanders too close to his home and unexpectedly charges at it, forcing the startled animal to flee the area. The encounter ends without injury, but it highlights how unpredictable wildlife reactions can be. Was this a case of human dominance changing the bear's behavior, or did the man simply rely on luck in a situation that could have ended very differently? A spearfisherman records himself after successfully landing a large fish when, without warning, a shark rushes in at high speed.
Nailed him with the spear gun and he took off, and unfortunately wrapped himself around just out of nowhere. This shark had just come flying in.
Even after biting the fish, the predator isn't satisfied and turns its attention toward the diver instead.
Bit half of it, one head shake, come flying on up at me, and I'm like, ooh, trying to kick him with my big flow fins, and it's like, and he went back and hit the fish again.
With no safe option to fight back, the spearfisherman releases both the fish and his spear to avoid further escalation. The encounter ends without serious injury, but it leaves an unsettling question behind. How often do moments like this end safely simply because someone chose to let go rather than stand their ground? While walking through an area in Zimbabwe, a group of tourists unexpectedly encounters a highly territorial female lion that appears visibly agitated by their presence. After spotting the animal watching them from ahead, the armed guide instructs the group to slowly retreat. Instead of calming down, the lion grows increasingly aggressive as the tourists continue backing away, clearly concerned for their safety.
Uh-oh. Stand or walk?
Hey. Walkie, please. Okay, turn off the cameras now.
The recording ends abruptly as the situation escalates, leaving what happened next unknown and underscoring how quickly wildlife encounters can turn dangerous. During a sunny safari in Tanzania, tourists watch in excitement as a female lion approaches their vehicle, only for the situation to suddenly turn dangerous.
Right next to us, Dad. Right. Oh,
don't run.
Don't move.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
He's attacking your tire. Hey, he's attacking your tire. Oh man.
The lion attacks and damages a tire as more lions gather around the car.
What is down there?
They're like, oh. He blew up our tire.
Do the tire out, right?
Yep.
He took the tire out?
Yep, blew up our tire. There's like so many looking at our car. They think we're the enemy.
Oh my god.
Fearing further trouble, the group manages to drive away and leave the area, leaving viewers to wonder how quickly a calm wildlife encounter can escalate into real danger. A bear unexpectedly interrupts a fishing trip as two men stand by a river surrounded by dense trees and brush. The animal calmly inspects the fishing rods left on the ground, searching for food, before losing interest and turning its attention toward the fishermen themselves. After a brief assessment, the bear walks away without incident. Whether the predator was simply curious or deciding if the effort was worth the risk remains unclear, leaving the men with a rare face-to-face encounter they won't forget.
That was cool.
The clip begins with a group of friends trying to catch a large fish using a smaller one as bait.
Turning. Going this way. It's right here.
After having little luck, one person starts filming the scenery instead, when a shark suddenly appears, drawn in by the scent of food.
Oh my god!
At first, they laugh it off, thinking the danger has passed, unaware the predator is still nearby. Moments later, it makes one final close approach before leaving. Thankfully, no one is hurt, raising the question of how often threats in the water go unnoticed until it's almost too late. Filmed in India, tourists record a tiger emerging from dense forest and walking beside their vehicle. Believing they are safe, they move past it to keep distance and continue filming. Tigers rarely expose themselves when hunting, and that false sense of security proves dangerous when the vehicle stops and the tiger suddenly charges. The moment raises the question of how quickly calm observation can turn into a life-threatening mistake. In this clip, a man is seen interacting with a curious bear cub while standing at the back of his pickup truck.
What are you doing, little bud? Hey, you ain't bigger than a dog.
At first, the animal seems harmless as it moves closer to inspect the vehicle, eventually placing its paws and claws against the truck.
What are you doing? You coming up here? Well, how do you do? How do you do?
The moment quickly becomes tense, as bears are skilled climbers, and the cub's curiosity raises the risk of escalation. Within seconds, the situation shifts unexpectedly before the bear backs off and walks away. Whether this ended safely due to luck or the bear's young age raises the question of how easily curiosity can turn into danger during wildlife encounters. Tourists record a woman after she makes the dangerous decision to enter a lion enclosure and stand face-to-face with the animal. Basic safety rules, avoiding sudden movement, maintaining distance, and never turning away, are ignored as she begins moving erratically in front of the predator.
That's what my dad used to do, though.
The lion remains calm but alert, watching her closely and holding its position. With lions capable of explosive speed over short distances, the tension is unmistakable. The footage cuts off before the encounter concludes, leaving the outcome unknown and highlighting just how reckless such actions can be. A group of hikers encounters a grizzly bear blocking their trail and slowly approaching them.
I'm gonna edit some action music over this. This is this thrilling sequel.
There's 5 of us, and you're really not supposed to, like... No.
Frozen in fear, they remain calm while holding pepper spray, knowing one wrong move could trigger an attack. After a tense standoff, the bear steps closer, then unexpectedly climbs uphill and leaves them unharmed.
No. No.
Up you go.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. No.
I think you should...
The moment raises the question of whether the bear was assessing a threat, or if the hikers narrowly avoided disaster. What begins as a fun trip to Cougar National Park in South Africa quickly turns terrifying when tourists encounter an enormous elephant blocking the road.
Ik neem een video, ik neem nog heel tijd video.
As a convoy attempts to pass, tension escalates and panic sets in when the animal suddenly reacts aggressively. The vehicles scramble to reverse, realizing the danger unfolding just ahead. The footage cuts off abruptly, leaving the outcome unknown, and raising the unsettling question of how often moments like this end without anyone ever knowing what happened next. A man has a dangerously close encounter with a hungry black bear after it snatches his jacket. He calmly offers a protein bar and walks away to avoid triggering a chase, repeatedly checking behind him. He eventually reaches a group of hikers and finds safety, leaving the question of whether quick thinking or sheer luck saved him that day. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.